You know what I was just thinking? First of all, shout out to the people that I told y'all. I left a comment on my video because you're like, this video isn't new. What are you talking about? You're behind. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dang, I know people ain't shout but shouty. Like, dang. It says throwback in the title for a reason. Yes, you've seen it before. You know where you've seen it before on my channel because I was the first one to bring it to YouTube. Like, y'all saw it on my other channel, Tiffany M. Draper. But I was like, okay, let me check the comments and see what's going on today. And all the comments were, I've seen this before. This isn't new. It says throwback in the title. I didn't think I would have to go back and re-edit the video to put, hey, this is a re-upload. I thought the throwback in the title would be enough. But you know what? It is what it is. People gonna have something to complain about instead of just watching the video and enjoying footage of Kanika. They want to say they already saw it and this isn't new and da-da-da-da. Nothing is going to be new with Kanika / Kendra. She's no longer with us. Come on, people. And the new footage that you will see of her that people have hidden will come out in due time. And then it won't say throwback in the title. Let me calm down. Yeah, I ain't heard me say this in a while, but woo sa woo. But I was sitting here thinking, I have said a lot about Chicago, and I've said a lot about the corruption in the government and the police in Rosemont. But then I was thinking, I live in a city that is notorious for being nefarious. Think about it. My city killed JFK, killed Lee Harvey Oswald, and does a lot of stuff every day. Anybody who's in my group, you know what happened with my uncle. And Lord have mercy. I'm calling him my uncle because of what my aunt did. Lord have mercy. But in Dallas, John Wiley Price and all that. Y'all know that. If you're in my group, right? Corruption in politics. It's 6:17 a.m. Yes, your girl Tiffany M. Draper, and I'm at it. But what made me make this video is that I said I'm so hard on Chicago and Rosemont as if I forgot I live in a city that had one of the biggest cover-up of a century when they murdered JFK. Took him to Parkland. And from Dallas, you know where Parkland is. And made sure he did. Well, first of all, he wasn't going to live anyway. Come on now. There's a difference between an exit wound and an entry wound. And everybody at the hospital in Dallas and Parkland, they said that they saw an entry wound in his neck at the front and a gaping baseball-sized exit wound at the back left of his head. But guess what the public saw? The public, they had to make it fit with the official story, right? They covered everything up and said that Lee Harvey Oswald shot him from the school book depository building in the back. And that just reminds me a lot about Chicago and Kanika Jenkins stuff, because we know that the majority of those killings going on are not thugs. It's people hired to kill. You know Lee Harvey Oswald, didn't you? But guess what? We know that the Abraham Zapruder film, the dude that was filming, that infamous footage where JFK's in that car and goes by the little street sign. It's missing some footage. Why? Because Life magazine purchased the rights for $150,000 to not put it out. They purchased the rights to the film and did not put it out. Why? Because it was all a massive cover-up. And imagine, y'all, if we had the internet then. And what I am afraid, I wouldn't know where to be found. What I am afraid of, y'all, is that 50 years from now, we'll still be trying to figure out what happened in Rosemont at this hotel. That's what I don't want to happen. But you know what? It's so many people that got killed that saw what actually happened. Just like in the Kanika case. I told y'all, if you follow me on Facebook.com/Tiffany M. Draper, that I went to an exercise rehabilitation thing with my grandmother before she passed away. And one of the guys there teaching the class said he had a student that worked at Jack Ruby's Carousel Club back in the day. And one of her people at the club, they saw Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Ruby actually talking to each other in the club, right? But they said they didn't know each other. Of course they said they didn't know each other, right? So the FBI came up in there and they asked that lady, they were like, hey, did you see Jack Ruby talking to Lee Harvey Oswald? She was like, and then they was like, no, you didn't. And she said, no, I didn't. The other lady act like, no, I saw, she was running her mouth, right? She was first 48 back in the 60s, right? Tell me why that lady that was in the class said that lady, that girl, they were young ladies at the time, got ran off the road in Dallas and died and killed. A lot of people that were right down there they mysteriously died, or they committed suicide, or the FBI just hounded them. I mean, they wanted them to go with the official story that Lee Harvey Oswald, they heard 3 shots from the school book depository, not the white picket fence, not nowhere else. And you know yourself, when it comes to an assassination or a hit of that magnitude with a president, there is no reason why those police officers or the Secret Service and all them were told to stand down. There is no reason why that motorcade came to a complete stop in order for the person to get a good hit. There is no reason why they went off of the course of where that presidential motorcade was supposed to go. I mean, all of that just screams hit, cover, assassination. And they did that right here in Dallas. And they're still killing people. And let's not forget about Officer Tippit. Let's not forget about him. The one that was so-called killed by Lee Harvey Oswald, which he was just another person that was killed, that to make it seem like Lee Harvey Oswald was so bad. Now, I am personally friends with Lee Harvey Oswald's mistress, Judith Very Baker. She's on my friends list, and we've been talking for years because I guess she's just fascinated by the fact that I actually live here and can go to Dealey Plaza at any point in time. But I read her book, Me and Lee, and all that. Google her, man. She was working with Lee Harvey Oswald when he was doing that. Working with him with can't think of his name right now, but they were doing like the Fair Play for Cuba, David Ferry, if I'm not mistaken. All that in Louisiana, right? They were really big in Louisiana and all that. But anyway, long story short, I love research. I love, learning about things, but it just made me, go a little bit easier on Chicago instead of being so hard. Like, oh, Chicago, is that on my screen or is that an emoji? Oh, that's a turkey emoji. I'm like, what's that brown thing? Anyway, I'm sorry. I was like, let me go a little easier on Chicago and Rosemont because I live in a corrupt city as well with corrupt politicians, and the police officers are off the motherfucking chain. They are off the motherfucking chain, y'all. So it's like, here's the thing, y'all. This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to understand that some things will never change. It's what they call wickedness in high places. Some things will never change. And this is a serious video, and I just want y'all to know that I don't really make videos unless I really feel it. I'm just giving y'all a bunch of throwback footage from videos that people tell me that they miss seeing and all that on my other channel. But other than that, if I don't feel it in my spirit, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not just going to be uploading dumb A videos just for, just because. Just to stay in your news, or not your news feed, your subscription. Nah. It's your girl Tiffany Draper. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think about if you did any research about, majority of the people watching is not going, they weren't alive, or they was very young when this happened. But it doesn't stop you from learning about something just because you weren't alive. You dig? You dug? All right. It's your girl Tiffany M. Draper, and yeah, they did this bull crap right here where I am.